Welcome back to How Do I Dominoes with Eric. Today we are talking Loaded Tots. We're going to start off with the cheddar bacon. Now, the first thing you need to know is we have to use a 1/2 sheet of the 12 by 12 parchment paper. We're going to get 8 ounces of tots. You're going to get big handfuls. The goal is to have as few handfuls as possible, make the correct amount. Knowing that each tot weighs about 0.3 of an ounce to get yourself up to 8 ounces. Notice I'm putting them in there and kind of mushing them together a little bit. None standing up, and get them nice and compact. Because this is the cheddar bacon, I'm next going to walk down and grab my bacon. I am going to need a full ounce of bacon, so I'm going to grab about a half handful, get it center loaded until I get to that 1 ounce mark. I'm going to put up my bacon, and then I'm going to distribute that bacon evenly across my tots. I don't want any naked tater tots. Then I'm going to go over and grab my mixed cheese, my cheddar cheese blend. I'm going to need 2 ounces of. Once again, I'm going to center load, get up to 2 ounces. Then I'm going to make my walls with my hands and my thumbs ready. First, I'm going to pull all the extra cheese off of the parchment that's not on top of tater tots. I don't want any extra cheese on the tots. Now I'm going to make my walls, have my thumbs ready, and I'm going to use that to evenly distribute all the cheese across all of the tater tots. I don't want any tots to not have topping on them. And I also don't want any topping just on the parchment. Once I finish that, I just kind of spot check, and that one's ready to go in the oven. Next, we're going to work the melty 3 cheese. This one's great because it has pizza cheese, provolone, and cheddar. Once again, starting with my half parchment sheet and my 8 ounces of tater tots. Once I get them all mixed on there, see I had one that was standing up. I had to get it nice and knocked over. I want all of my tots laying on their side. I'm going to put in my 1 ounce of provolone next. Notice me checking my scale. Once I get my ounce of provolone on there, check to make sure I didn't get any provolone on the screen. And then I evenly distribute that provolone across the whole meal. I don't want any provolone just sitting on the mat, and I also don't want any of my tots without topping. Now I'm going to walk over, grab my mixed cheese, my cheddar cheese blend. Put 2 ounces center loaded. Go to my walls with my thumbs. Evenly distribute. Then I'm going to have to pick up the cheese from around the tots. Make sure there's nothing laying just on the parchment paper. If it goes through the oven like that, it will burn. It will not look good. Once you have that all evenly distributed, then you can add your ounce of Alfredo sauce. 1 ounce of Alfredo is going to be a lot less than you think it is. So make sure you're using that scale until you are 100% comfortable. It's only going to be a little bit. Notice I'm barely pulling any out of the bottle to get there. And 1 ounce of Alfredo, and it's ready for the oven. Next is the Philly cheesesteak. This one's going to be built kind of like a Philly cheesesteak pizza. So, starting with our parchment, half parchment, and our tots. Get 8 ounces of tots on the screen. Make sure they're all compacted together and also on their sides. If you know that they are 0.3 of an ounce, you know how many you need. Then you're going to grab for 1 ounce of Philly. It's less Philly than you think it is. We always overtop our Philly. Once I center load it, then I can distribute it across the tots evenly. Now I'm going to grab my onion and my green pepper. I need 1 ounce of each. I am hand placing each of those just because it's a easier ingredient to hand place. And I'll finish with my cheddar cheese blend. Once again, 2 ounces. Goes center loaded. Once I have that, I can clean up my parchment. And then I can create my walls and use my thumbs to evenly distribute the rest of my toppings. Then it also gets finished with 1 ounce of Alfredo sauce. And it's ready for the oven. Now we do have a specific way to put them in the oven, non-negotiable. It goes in the oven forward to backwards. You'll notice all 3 that I put in, 1, 2, and the third one all go in the exact same way. It goes front to back so that it can be pulled out correctly, which we'll talk about now. Out of the oven, we're going to take the box to the oven. I'm not going to bring it out with the peel. I'm going to slide it straight onto the box from the oven. And for the cheddar bacon, I have post-bake ingredient as well. So I'm going to walk it over to where I have my scale for the first several times, so I can put that ounce of garlic parm on the cheddar bacon, which is more than you think it's going to be. And I can go ahead and dress it with its post-bake application, and you have completed your tots. Catch you guys next time.